So this is the Xiaomi 17T, and I've been using it as my daily phone for the last week or so. It's the latest mid-range flagship device from Xiaomi, and so let's see how it holds up in my day in the life test. It's currently now 9:31. Battery percentage is at 100%. Let's get into this day in the life. So, just got a few shots up. It's currently now 11:10 and our battery percentage is at 88%. And now let's talk about the display on the Xiaomi 17T. Xiaomi 17T actually has a pretty good display, especially for its price. It's a good medium-sized screen, about 6.6 inches. It comes with the usual Xiaomi screen technology, which includes a 12-bit panel capable of displaying more colors more accurately than most smartphones. It has a 120Hz refresh rate that can dynamically change between 60Hz, which is good and bad. Good because it's 120Hz, but that also means that some apps are locked to 60Hz, which can be a bit jarring when you switch between different apps and you're going from 120Hz to 60Hz. Just something to keep in mind since it doesn't have LTPO technology. It also has high PWM dimming, 3840, which is great for people who have sensitive eyes, and also has 3500 nits of peak brightness, so it's pretty much viewable in most lighting conditions. Pixel density is pretty high as well, at 460, which means it's about a 1.5K resolution. And altogether, this display is great for watching content on. It's easy on the eyes with a nice refresh rate, great color, PWM dimming, and a high resolution paired with good brightness. However, it's still missing out on the LTPO technology, which means that the dynamic refresh rate can be a little jarring. But altogether, the display on the Xiaomi 17T deserves an A grade. Now, I want to share one of my secrets to making cinematic content, and it's on my camera right now. So this is the Freewell VND and CPL filter, and it's a piece of filmmaking equipment that I literally cannot live without. In order to create that cinematic motion blur, you do have to keep your shutter speed at a fixed rate, while keeping your aperture quite wide open. And this often causes overexposure, which is why having a variable ND filter is so important. It has 3 to 7 stops of dynamic range and also has hard stops so you don't go over. It also has this magnetic design that allows you to take it on and off super easily. And this can also be used to help reduce glare in the sky or the reflections on your car. So if you want to upgrade your footage quality and get the cinematic result, make sure to check the link in the description and use my discount code. Now, let's continue on with this day in the life. So I just picked up my sister from her flat. It's currently 1:29 and our battery percentage is at 66%. Now let's talk about the performance on the Xiaomi 17T. The Xiaomi 17T is powered by the Dimensity 8500 Ultra. It's not the most powerful chipset, but it's definitely solid. From basic to medium usage use, it's pretty good for pretty much any task. However, I do find it a bit sluggish in multitasking or even in some app launches, especially with the camera app. Let me show you. There have been a few scenarios where I just want to take a photo really quickly, but the phone took a bit too long to launch the camera app and I missed the action, so that's something to kind of keep in mind. But other than that, it's a solid performing phone as long as you're not pushing it too hard and not doing anything too crazy with the multitasking. So for the performance, it gets a solid B+. Now, me and my sister are going to head to the mall and I need to pick up a few things for later. Let's get going. So my friend Godwin is getting married soon and he's asked me to be part of the groomsmen, but I don't actually have the outfit yet, so I'm gonna shop for it now. My sister is very fashionable, so I've asked her to help me and she's doing a pretty good job from what I can see. Ooh, take an extra 50% off.
1,899.
Ouch.
The reveal.
Reveal.
It's not bad. It actually fits. Yeah, very.
So it's currently now 3 or 3, and battery percentage is at 57%. Now it's time to talk about the cameras on the Xiaomi 17T. Now the Xiaomi 17T has a pretty interesting camera setup. It's got a 50 megapixel main camera and a 50 megapixel 5x periscope lens. I believe it's the same one that's used on the Poco F8 Ultra, and a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens. So we'll test out the camera capabilities and see how the photos turn out. Starting out with the main cameras, we get nice dynamic range and a mixed range of colors. For some reason, I captured this less processed looking photo, and the next one looked way more processed and not quite as nice.
bit strange, but for the most part, the next photos I took on the main camera looked more like the less processed style with good details, sharpness, and a little depth of field effect. These photos were shot on Leica Vibrant, and when I switched to Leica Authentic, we had a more moodier, contrastier tone. The periscope lens is quite good on this phone, a bit of a rare choice within this category of smartphones. Nice depth of field, dynamic range, colors, and sharpness. The ultra-wide lens is the weaker part of the camera system with just a 12 megapixel sensor, but the photos it produces are quite good, I will admit. Not bad for a 12 megapixel sensor. Selfies are not bad either.
Taking a look at the video quality on the Xiaomi 17T, we can shoot up to 4K 60 FPS, and this is what it looks like on the main camera. Now we'll switch it to the 0.6, and this is what the video quality looks like on the ultra-wide lens. Let me know what you guys think about it. So the cameras on the Xiaomi 17T are actually pretty good. You don't usually get a 5x periscope at this price or in this range of category of phones, so having a 5x periscope lens is definitely a great choice and really gives you some really awesome results, especially with the zoom quality. The ultra-wide is a bit softer, it is the weakest point of this whole camera setup, and the main camera is pretty decent. So altogether, the camera grading for the Xiaomi 17T gets an A- grade. Now let's keep looking for some more clothes.
Smart outfit we have here.
24 hours. It's to completely buy.
So we are heading into another mall. It is now 5:26. Battery percentage is at 37%. It's 6:20 and our battery percentage is at 31%. Gonna grab some dinner now. So it's currently now 7:35. Our battery percentage is now at 24%. Let's talk about the features, the design, and the software of the Xiaomi 17T. Now, the Xiaomi 17T has a pretty nice design. I mean, this looks really pretty, especially this blue colorway. But also, it has IP68 water and dust resistance, so that means you can drop it in water, don't have to worry too much about it. Design, solid. Now, on the software side, it's running HyperOS Free, and it's the same across all the modern Xiaomi phones. I do quite like HyperOS Free. It's a very fluid and smooth software. Sometimes you can get ads, but I actually haven't found any ads on my phone, so I think they managed to dial it down a bit, which is good. But that is something that has plagued a lot of older Xiaomi phones in the past. It's also very customizable. You can change a lot of things with HyperOS, which is something I really enjoy. Now you get up to 4 years of software upgrade and 6 years of security updates, which is pretty standard for Chinese phones. It's not quite as good as Google, Samsung, and Apple, but it's solid. In terms of the features, it has 67-watt fast charging, but no wireless charging, which is a bit of a bummer for a mid-range flagship and phone. Taking a look at other phones around its price bracket like the Google Pixel 10a and the iPhone 17e, they both have wireless charging, but still really fast wired charging. You also do get an optical fingerprint sensor, so altogether the software and the design and features of the Xiaomi 17T gets an A- grade. Pretty solid, nothing too fancy, but you are missing out on the wireless charging, which I think is a bit of a bummer. Alright, now we're gonna have some dessert. Alright, so we're back at home. It's now currently 8:42 and the battery percentage is at 15%. And now it's time to take a look at the battery performance of the Xiaomi 17T to see how it did during the day. Now the annoying thing about HyperOS phones is that they don't show you the true battery screen on usage time. So we actually have to look at the digital well-being and parental controls to see the screen time across all the different apps. This doesn't account for any screen time usage on the home screen, the lock screen, or the control center, or the notification shade. So we would have to add about half an hour to an hour on top of the digital well-being tools. The digital well-being tools got about 5 hours of screen on time, so if we add about half an hour to an hour, the Xiaomi 17T got about 5 hours and a half to about 6 hours, with 15% left over. Now keep in mind I did a bit of video calling, navigation, some high brightness usage, so altogether it's a pretty respectable performance from the Xiaomi 17T. And this is pretty consistent with pretty much every single day I've been using this phone for the last week and a half. So altogether the battery performance on the Xiaomi 17T gets an A grade. Now let's wrap up my thoughts about the Xiaomi 17 altogether. The Xiaomi 17T is actually a very solid phone and I've enjoyed my time using this phone. And what stands out to me about this phone is that it has a really good price to performance ratio. It gives you about 85% of the flagship experience without costing you nearly as much. From a very premium and pretty design with the IP68 water and dust resistance, alongside a really nice display with eye care technology, the Leica branded camera system, and also a huge battery pack, 6500 mAh, and a 6.6 inch body. So altogether, the Xiaomi 17T gets an A- grade and 82 out of 100. Pretty good for a mid-range sub-flagship phone. So that's it for this review. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video.